Okay, so hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're not new. Hello. Thanks for coming back and still supporting me. I love you guys. Okay, just want to come make this real quick video on how I got rid of both of my keloids on my ears. So if you know me, you know I had one on both, and one was like small, then one was like really big. So I'm basically just going to show you guys like the pictures and the process I did to get rid of them. Before I show you the pictures and the videos that I took, I want to let you know that they are like pretty graphic. Yes, there was blood, yes there was pus, yes there was a dying keloid. So if you don't want to see that, make sure you leave right now or skip over it, whatever. So what I'm going to do right now is put a picture in of what the smaller keloid looked like, because I got rid of that one first. So I'm going to put a picture in and show you what that one looks like. And then I'm going to show you like the process and everything. And yeah, so let's get into it. The picture I just showed you was when I had already put the rubber band on, because I don't think I took any pictures before that of it before I put the rubber band on. So the process for my first one. So I watched all these YouTube videos on it and I was like, dang, this might not work. Like, I'm so nervous if it gets infected. I was reading all the comments, baby, like all of them. I was like, girl, like, what am I getting myself into? But I was like, I'm gonna try, because you never know. Like, because it was a whole bunch of people saying it worked and the people saying it didn't. So I took a rubber band. It was like the ones you put in the Indio like braids. I put the beads on, so it wasn't too stretchy, but it wasn't too tight. And I wrapped that around twice, and I put another one on. And when I tell you the pain was horrible, like, I had to take it off. I had to take the second one off. I only kept one on. Like, you could not sleep. Like, the pain was horrible. It was like throbbing, but like stinging at the same time, because it's like breaking the skin. So that was horrible for me. Like, it was horrible. So I took that one off, and then it was like day 2, and I seen it turn even more. I put a picture right there. That's day 2. So I was like, oh snap, like it's actually turning, because on the other videos you would see that the keloid starts to turn a different color once it starts to die, because you're basically cutting the circulation off. So the next day it was more purple. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put a string around it to speed up the process. So I put a string around it. I literally cut off a string from a mask, and I wrapped it around it, and I pulled it tight until it started to hurt again, because like by day 2 it wasn't hurting as bad as it was on day 1, and I felt like if it wasn't hurting that bad, it wasn't doing enough. So I put that on and I tightened it real fast, and I let it stay on. My ear was hurting. I took like 800 milligram ibuprofen. It was horrible. It was hurting, but not as bad as the rubber bands was. So then it comes like day 3. I think I put another rubber band on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is hurting like so bad. So I woke up the next morning and the keloid was black, and it was like hard, like rock hard. I was like, dang, this is what the people were talking about in their videos. Like, it's really working. So I went in the mirror, and I saw that it was hanging. I have a picture of that too. So yeah, the keloid was like hanging off the side of my ear. I was like, dang, like this really gonna fall off. Like, I really could not believe it. So I was like stressed out because it was taking forever to like fall off. Like, I thought it was just gonna do it by itself. Like, fall off. Like, it was, the keloid was already dead, and it was hanging by this little old tiny strand. Like, I was so irritated. So then one day I went in the bathroom, and I was messing with it because I was trying to get the rubber band off so I could put a new one on. So I was like, maybe the rubber band is loose and maybe it's not cutting no more. Because in the picture you can see it's halfway off my ear. There's a little slither left. So I'm like trying to cut it. My ear's still hurting. I'm trying to get it off. Bruh, I cut the rubber band and the freaking keloid falls off. And now I don't have a picture of it because once I cut it, it fell down the drain. Like, I did not know it was about to fall off. Like, I thought I still had time and it was still going to be moving around. I literally cut a piece of string and said pop. And I was like, I was in such shock. I was so happy. I was like, thank you, Lord. You know how bad I want this off. So I took a picture of how it looked after it came off. And as you can see in the picture, it has like a little like thing hanging from the back. I feel like that's where the keloid is like coming from or whatever. And yeah, like that's the center of where it grew from. So what I did was I put tea tree on it, and I've been doing that ever since. And after I put the tea tree on it, the tea tree made it go down. So now there's nothing hanging. Let's see if y'all can see. It just looks like that. and it's not growing, it's not getting any bigger. I make sure I tea tree it every single night, and I make sure to press on it to make sure that it stays small. Because some people were saying like put those earrings on it that like squeeze it. Like, no, I'm not doing that, because that's, first of all, that's a waste of money, and you don't know what that's doing. It might be making it worse. So I squeeze it every day. I make sure it doesn't hurt, because you know if you have a keloid, there's pain. So I make sure I squeeze it real hard, make sure it stays flat, and tea tree it every night. Now with my other ear, that was a different story, and I didn't do this one until 2 weeks after this one because it was so painful. Like, I was nervous for the pain again. So for this one, I took my time. So I'm going to show you guys how big this one was, because this one was huge. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, that one was really big. Like, you can see it in all my pictures, every single video. So I was really self-conscious of it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is normal, but I was still self-conscious of it. So yeah, I took my time with this one. So I tried to rush it at the beginning. Like, I put 2 rubber bands on it. And I was like, oh no. Like, the pain was so bad. I was shaking. I was like, no, I cannot do this. Like, no. So I was like, I'm gonna take my time. So I cut the rubber band off of that one and left one of the rubber bands on. And I kept it like that for like 2 weeks. I ain't messed with it for 2 weeks. I was like, I'm taking this one slow. I cannot do that pain again. Like, it was horrible. So I took my time, kept going slow. And then I had to go to work. So I started to wrap it up. Because once you do that, it does start to blister. Like, I have more pictures with my big one. I didn't take that many blisters. So I'm going to show you, like, all the blistering up and all that. So it blistered really bad. It blistered, like, around the top, at the bottom. And yes, like, some clear stuff or yellow stuff does come from it. It's either pus or mucus. It's not a big deal. You just wipe it up every morning. Keep the area clean. So I would wrap it up when I would go to work. And then I would come home, unwrap it, and make sure it could breathe at night while I was sleeping. And when I would wake up in the morning, all that pus or mucus or whatever would be like right here dried up. And I would just clean it off and stuff, because like, that's good. Like, that means it's draining. That means it's dying. So I kept doing that. I don't think I ever put another rubber band on it. Oh yeah, I switched out rubber bands. So I put a thicker one on it and kept pulling that every day. I kept pulling it every day. Just pulled a little bit more, because I was not about to deal with the pain this morning. Like, I did not feel like it, because the other one was horrible. This one I didn't take any medicine with. Like, it was fine because I took it slow, nice and slow. So then I put the green rubber band on, and I let that stay for like another 2 weeks, and I kept wrapping it up every time I went to work, wrapping it up. And then it was like by week 4, I saw it was hanging off half my ear, and the back of it was off too. I'm gonna show y'all how it looks, because you're not gonna be able to, like, you're not gonna understand me just saying. So I'm gonna show you how it looked. So at the top it was ripped, and at the bottom it was ripped. It was just like this side and then this side that hasn't ripped yet. At the times I was like, dang, bro, this one's ripping too. Like, this is really gonna work. But the difference with this keloid is it never died, ever. It didn't turn black. It turned purple, but it never died. So that's one mistake people don't know. Your keloid does not have to turn black and hard for it to fall off. It can fall without being like that. So that happened. I'm like, oh shoot, it's turning. And it just kept leaking. I was getting more and more blisters. So then I finally cut that rubber band off. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's only a little bit hanging. I'll put a picture and show y'all. A little bit hanging. So I put the rubber band on again, and I squeeze it tight. This time I let some pain get to me. Cause I'm like, that little bit, like, if I don't get, girl, squeeze that thing, put some peroxide on it, and took my tail to sleep. Because, like, no, like, I'm gonna just go to sleep and not even deal with it. So I did that, and then I woke up the next morning, because I felt like it was gonna be off that next morning, because it was such a little bit. I was telling everybody, like, it's gonna be off. I already know it's gonna be off. And it wasn't off the next morning. I was so mad. And then, like, I was mad because who I had to go to work with that day. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna focus on that. I'm gonna have a good day. And let me tell y'all, I got a rescue. As y'all know, I'm a lifeguard. If you've been watching all my videos, you know I'm a lifeguard. So that day, I got a rescue. And as soon as I jumped in the water, it fell off. Yes. It fell off. It's like you need like a little bit more pressure or something to hit it and just come off. And I was like, after I got the water and I got the girl out, I was like, something don't feel right. Because at that time it was hanging. It was like real low because it was leaking out. I'm like, something don't feel right. So I touched the back of my ear and I was like, oh Oh my gosh. And bro, I seen the keloid right there in the water. I was like, so I hurried up and grabbed it, and I went in the pump room and I took a picture of it, and I took a picture of my ear. Like, I was so excited. Like, wait till I see the pictures. Like, I was really so excited because that one was just so big. And then it's like, I went to go get my keloids removed surgically, and that didn't work out. So that was like a big letdown for me, and I feel like that's what led me to doing the rubber band method. So yeah, but for me, I feel like you can either use the rubber band or the string, but the rubber band is definitely faster. It cuts it way faster than the string, because when there's a string on this ear, it took long. But also, if the pain is too much, take your time. It's gonna fall off regardless. It's gonna fall off. And you might just need the extra push. Like me jumping in that water popped that thing off so fast. And it didn't hurt. Like, I wasn't crying or anything. I was like, oh, okay, ew. Like, it's off. Like, thank you. So I took a picture of it in my hand. Like, after I got it off, I came home. I was mad hyped. Like, yes, girl, this is good. And I tea treated, and it's been good ever since. But with this one, this fell off without a little piece hanging from it. Like, it was perfectly fine. I can show y'all now. Like, this one is good. It's healing really good. It just fell off, like, last week, I think. No, maybe 2 weeks ago. I think it fell off, like, 2 weeks ago. But, yes. Try this method. It works. If you have any questions, I'll definitely, like, talk to you back. Because I've seen people posting videos, and people was asking 50 questions, and they wasn't answering none of them. Like, why are you not answering them? So if you got a question, I'm going to answer you. I'm going to tell you the whole process. I'm going to tell you everything I did, everything I used, how long it hurt for, what I took, all of that. So if you have any questions, make sure you comment down below, okay? So yes, it will hurt if you want the process to go fast. If you want to speed it up and wrap 2 rubber bands, it's going to hurt. But if you want to take it slow, like I did on my second ear, it's going to be a longer time, but it's going to fall off regardless. So I'm gonna put like some like extra videos in at the end that I took like at work, like just looking at it and stuff, and show y'all that. And then yeah, you can do what you want with the information, baby. I'm telling you, you should do it. You really should do it if you have a keloid. Also, I'm talking about my belly button piercing because I don't know if it was a keloid that was about to happen or a healing scar or whatever, but I did have a small bump on my belly button piercing. Okay, so as you can see, it's beautifully healed. I did have a small bump, and you know, people would be like, oh, just put sea salt, that works. Girl, that did not work for me at all. I was sitting there with all of that salt and that hot water, like, come on, girl. And it was not doing nothing. So what I did was, I used hand soap. Literally, it was like antibacterial hand soap. Gone within 3 days, it was gone. And it hasn't came back since. Like, my belly button piercing has looked beautiful. Hasn't came back since, so... If you do have a belly piercing and you're scared because of that, I'm telling you what to use. It's not brown, oh my gosh. It's an orange bottle of antibacterial hand soap, and I'll just wipe it like this with my finger, scrub it, then wash it off, and 3 days it'll be gone. Like, you can see it coming down within the first day, so yeah, that's that. But yeah, like I said, let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope this video was very informative for everyone, and girl, do it. Don't let nobody stop you from doing it or make you think it's scary or anything, because it's not. It works. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful, lovely rest of your day. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for supporting me, if you are supporting me. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.